Why do Mexicans have so many names? Is it like everybody in the family name or something?
Because they get their names and mama's names.
What?
Because they get the dad's names and the mama's names too.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Francisco, what your entitled name?
Francisco Miguel Altagracia Martinez.
That doesn't even make sense. It's like 4 people's names. Is there a lot of names?
Yeah.
Amazing. So everybody doing well? All right.
Okay, we're streaming.
And Joel got a point?
Yeah, Joel's gonna.
Did you guys know Joel had a birthday? His birthday was Friday. And Billy had a birthday. When was Billy's birthday? Wednesday? Thursday. And then Robert's birthday. Was your birthday yesterday, Robert?
Wednesday the 12th.
You and Billy born the same day?
Billy was born on the 10th, and I was born on the 12th.
Oh. So we used to go over to El Cholo's when one of the Good morning. Welcome to church. So here's the deal. We're going to end in an hour and a half. All right? So it's 11 o'clock. We're going to end at 12:30. Come hell or high water. So whatever your problems are, you better hurry up and get them out. We're going to get you saved real fast today. So you can call 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE, or go to our chat line on the YouTube channel. Am I right about that, James?
That's right.
Okay. So, and James will get to your questions and phone calls as soon as they come in. And so y'all doing well? Yes. Good. Happy Chinese Day. So anybody have any questions or comments about anything? Except Raymond. Raymond, you always put your hand up. He's the first one, the last one to get here, the first one to put his hand up. What the? Anybody else? Right here. I'll come to you, Raymond. Hold it.
Oh, thank you.
Is this your first time?
Yeah, this is my first time being here.
Right on. What's your name?
It's Aiko.
Aiko?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks.
So how did you find us?
So I have been watching you for quite a while, and I'm actually from New Hampshire, and so I had a week, and I was like, the women's forum is this week in
Yeah.
church, so I was like, hit up some Jesse.
Right on. That's amazing. I'm glad you're here. That's your boyfriend?
No, we just met.
Oh, you just met? He is your boyfriend now. Welcome to your girlfriend. Go ahead.
So I basically am very new to Christianity, and I forgave my mother and did everything like that. But I'm kind of confused, I guess, on what my next step should be, because I've never like read the Bible or anything like that. But I also, when I read, I have a very like, I don't know, analytical kind of mindset going into books. So I don't want to lose the enlightenment I found by reading. But I'm also like, I don't want to be disrespectful to Christians and call myself a Christian having never touched a Bible. So I don't know, what would you say, like,
You are
I should do?
fortunate that you never read the Bible.
Okay.
Really, you really are.
Okay.
Because when you read the Bible and learn the Bible, it messes with you intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
Satan used the Bible to make you think that you're born again of God, and you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you read it, just pick it up, read it, put it away. And when Satan is interpreted, don't believe anything that you hear about it. And
Okay.
you'll be fine.
Okay.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, I do it twice a day, every day.
Right
And
on.
I found it actually is quite a bit harder recently because I have a lot of exciting stuff going on in my life right now. And so I get a lot of just like, a lot of those thoughts, but
Yeah.
I'm still trying to stick with it and overcome.
Yeah,
you
just
know,
watch the
thinking.
thoughts. Don't make it a big deal. You'll be fine.
All right.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So what did your mother say when you went to her?
I mean, it was like it was a small moment. I just basically was like, I couldn't really remember a ton of stuff. I
That's
just know
fine.
that we never got along as a child. So I was like, I just wanted to say like I forgive you, and she was like, well, I'm glad because I did that for my mother. But she did the cowardly way, and so she forgave her in her heart.
Oh, so she had
And
not
so she's
forgiven.
still crazy.
Yeah. That's right.
But I'm very honest with her now, and when she
Good.
starts getting out of control, like me coming to LA by myself, she was like texting me like, "What are you doing? Are you okay?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nonsense.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
fine. Yeah.
If she continued, block her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You block, mama.
Yeah.
Did you go to your father?
I didn't, but I didn't really feel, I mean, he wasn't perfect, but I didn't really feel like I had anything to forgive him for just
Yes,
because I've
that's
always
right.
been very close to him, and he's always really made sure that I guess, I'm on the right path and stuff.
on.
And when I went to like college and got really brainwashed and stuff, he was like, I don't even recognize who you are anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and he brought me back. So it was,
Good.
yeah.
I find that most, if not all, most people do not hate their fathers.
Yeah.
They long for their fathers. They do not hate their fathers.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Did you happen to see that video with Bob Marley's granddaughter?
I did.
Wasn't that
Oh,
amazing?
that brought tears to my
Me
eyes.
too. I cried like a
Oh,
woman.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ooh,
Yes.
pass the tissue, please."
Yes.
That was deep.
It really was. It really was. It shows so much about how many people are just searching
Yeah.
and don't know how to get there. So I just wanted to thank you for showing the way.
You're welcome. And the fact that she's searching, she's finding it. And when she said she talked to her father, she realized that she didn't have a relationship with God. That was eye-opening.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a relationship with your earthly father, it's impossible to have one with God.
Yeah.
You can read the Bible, you can hoop and holler, but you gotta love your earthly father. So I think she's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I really
I
do.
do too.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I'm glad you're here. Any other
Thank
question
you.
about anything? Are you dating? Uh-oh.
No. I've actually been single for like 8 years. Even
Oh,
when I was
good.
in my fallen state, I was more focused on finding myself and figuring out my own life rather than attaching somebody else to that.
Right on.
So,
That's amazing. Are you married? Are you dating?
Not right now, no.
You have a date. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, right. Jesse's matchmaking.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
The young man right behind you, he wanted to say something.
Huh?
Is this your first time?
Yeah, this is my first time.
What's your first name?
Funzel.
How did you hear about us? Funzel.
I just saw you on the internet one time, and I just thought I'd come out and see.
Right on. So you live in L.A.?
No, I live in San Diego.
Oh, good. Any question about anything or anything you disagree with at all?
No, I'm just listening so far. That's all I'm doing, observing.
Did you go and forgive your mother?
Yes, I did.
How did it go?
She cried, but we got over it. She understood, and she always accepted her mistakes, so it was simple. She broke down, I broke down, but we forgave each other. Well, I forgave her, and then we moved on.
Right on. Are you living with her?
No.
Oh, good.
No, my mom lives in Arkansas. I
Oh,
live
okay.
here.
Arkansas. Good. Any question for me?
No, I have no questions.
All right. Is this your first time?
Yes.
Let me have the mic. What's your name?
Jace.
Chase?
Jace.
Jace. Any question about anything? Or disagreement or anything?
No. Oh, I guess my only question would be, and most of my friends will probably be happy that I ask you this. So a lot of the times when I'm reading things on Twitter or I'm seeing comments or things like, especially in politics that frustrate me, how do you cope with knowing that most people in society are nearly nuts or stupid? Like, do you ever feel like you're one of the few sane people left on the in the
You're
world?
only one.
So how do
And
you?
then all these people.
Yeah. So how do you cope with that and then lean on your faith and kind of be appreciative that you're kind of awake in a society of woke people who aren't really
That's a
awake
good
at all?
question. By not hating them. I realized they cannot see because I was in that condition at one time. I could not see. And so I realized they can't see, so I don't hate them for it. But it is amazing to see that. I was looking at the news last night, and it's amazing how they just lie to you. They just, the experts are lying, and with no shame of anything. But some people will go vote for them, even though they're lying.
Right.
But just don't hate them for it. They cannot see. And God is protecting you from them, so you'll be fine. So how did you find me?
YouTube.
How old are you?
I am 22.
Right on, man. And so when you first saw me, what was your first impression? Lord, but this
I thought and I still think you're a comedian. So when I tell people I listen to you, when I tell people I listen to you, like I showed my mom one of your videos, and at the end she was just looking at me. And I said, Mom, he's a comedian too. She's like, all right, whatever.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. No, not quite yet.
Why not?
I don't know, because I have my moments where sometimes in my mind I'll feel like, okay, I guess I've forgiven her. And then one small thing will happen. I'll bring up like everything from childhood to everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And do you live with her?
No.
Oh, good. You should forgive her so you can start having an amazing life. Mm-hmm. There's no way around it.
Right.
You have to face her.
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of afraid of what she might say too when I say I forgive you.
Don't be. It's a setup. So let's say that you go and forgive her. Mom, I forgive you. You were such an awful woman. I hate you. You turned me away from my father. And she started crying or something. You're like, why are you crying? I forgive you. And if she said, I forgive you too, say, for what? Whatever I did, it was your fault. Because she recreated you in her image. You couldn't help yourself.
True.
And so God will forgive you, and then you can love her with perfect love, and you're going to deal with her like an adult, as an adult, not like her child or her son, a grown individual. And it's going to be amazing, man. Now that you're real young, it's perfect to do it now. You're going to avoid a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, how about your father? Are you close to him?
No.
Do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
And have you forgiven him?
No.
What are you waiting for? Is this your friend?
Yeah.
Beat him up, man. What are you waiting for?
I don't know. I feel like I have to start with my mom. That's the interesting thing, because I feel like if I tell my mom I forgive you, she's going to find the nearest thing to hit me with. Like, I took care of you, and where was your father?
Yeah.
So I have to start with her, and then I feel like I have to go over to him.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. If your mother should hit you,
Yeah.
call the cop.
Yeah.
Lock her up. All right? Don't put up with that.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right?
All right.
But I encourage you to do it so that you can really, the world needs you to wake up. Mm-hmm. It needs the Son of God to wake up
Right.
because it's going nuts without men.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, I will do it before the end of the year.
Where do you live?
I live in Arkansas, but I'm here in California a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, forgive your mother, man.
Okay.
All right? Any other question?
No.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Amazing. This young man right in front of you. Get a mic to him. All these people are black, by the way. Because they think black people are not waking up, so I just wanted to be known. Is this your first time?
Yes, it is.
And what's your name?
My name is Ken.
Ken?
Yes.
Where are you from?
South Central Los Angeles.
Right on. Any questions about anything? Or disagreement?
I have a comment where I just been like noticing about myself, like since I'm getting what they call like the red pill, like awakening and everything.
Yeah.
I'm noticing I'm starting to dislike things that I used to like
Yes.
was a big fan of hip hop and just like certain TV shows, and now I'm just like, I go back and listen to music like Eminem and like Tupac. I'm like, dang, like, yeah, these dudes, like how you say it, really are beta, man. Like they
Yeah.
didn't have fathers.
Yeah.
Like they like go and fight and like just like react real quick, and it just
Yeah.
like I'm glad that I'm awakening, but just like it's ruining things that like I used to like.
That's beautiful because now you won't be addicted to those things. They can't control you anymore. You're in the world but not of it. So you're dying from the world. And life is going to be amazing for you.
Yes.
Because that stuff is just for your ego. So now your ego is dying. You're blessed.
All right.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it is.
And it get better and better. Have you forgiven your mother?
Not yet.
Why not? You got one of those South Central mothers.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You want me to go with you? Bring my gun.
Be worried.
It's Samuel live in your neighborhood. We'll bring him.
Be ready to block your eyes with the pepper spray. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Why have you done it?
Since I start back watching you, it's just like I'm like just like him. I'm planning on doing it, but I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And I just noticed that like just like you said, she's real emotional.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stall, but like I'm just waiting for a good time when she's real calm. Right now, she's really stressed because I have a brother, and he's going through mental illnesses.
Yeah.
And like he was jumped in 2014 and 2015 on different occasions by gangbangers,
Amazing.
and he just started lashing out at the house and stuff. So like, she kind of trying to get things together, trying to get him some help and stuff, and my father they just trying to get some help for him. So like, I feel like I don't want to just put that on her just right then and there, you know.
I would advise you to take advantage of the first opportunity because tomorrow is not promised to you, and God give you opportunities. So always take advantage of your first opportunity. Don't let Satan talk you out of it. That's just an excuse that Satan is making up for you, and don't believe it because you're going there to forgive her so you can get away from that. And your brother might see you doing it or hear about it, and he may forgive her, and he can overcome his issues as well.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah. So don't let Satan talk you out of it.
Okay.
All right. Are you still living with her?
Unfortunately, yeah.
How old are you?
27.
27? Yeah. Don't date him. My mistake. Take Samuel. Oh. Don't worry about a date out here. But I really would recommend that you do it the first opportunity. That's just an excuse from Satan.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm on the works and to getting my place, getting a new place. So yeah.
Right on. Yeah. Have you forgiven your father?
No, but actually, it's like I can forgive my father. He did some things, but it's not like I can't think of a lot of things that he did.
Right.
But he did do some things, so
Right.
I have to forgive him too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
deal with it so that your life can change. Okay. And then other opportunities will open up for you. You'll find yourself moving, working. Everything will start to unfold because God really loves you. And the only thing that's holding you back is that you have not returned to him completely. But the moment you do, everything will start to open up for you.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
How did you find me?
Just like almost everybody, YouTube just came up on the recommended side of YouTube.
And what was your first impression?
I was like, you are a great debater.
Oh, at least you didn't call me Uncle Tom. Good, man. Any questions about anything?
I'm fine.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I actually did that last night and this morning.
Yeah, stay with that.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad you're here.
All right.
All right. Have you heard of Joel?
Yes. I actually, on my way here, I was listening to the YouTube, the stand-up remix. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
that song's banging, man.
Ooh, a real rapper. See, he doesn't like Tupac. He like you now. Your music. Your music is holy. Is this your first time? Yeah. Oh, good. Let me talk to him. Any question about anything? What's your name?
Cameron.
Cameron. Any question about anything?
I mean, I usually have questions, but not that I can think of right now.
Are you from LA?
I'm from just outside of LA. I live
okay.
like 30, 40 minutes out of LA.
I can't see your eyes.
Oh, yeah, I know. I need a haircut. I know I need a haircut.
You need a haircut?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a secret white barbershop down the road. They're not really closed. They just have the sign up. So park your car away from it and knock on the door. Okay. So how did you find it? YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
Did you go and forgive your mother?
It was a long time that I was like thinking about it, you know, and I didn't really know how or like if it would, cause she's always been working my whole life, you know, like cause my parents were divorced when I was younger,
Yeah.
and so like I didn't want to blame her for like not really being there, you know, and like doing like always working and like being away and everything, and then I would rarely see my dad, you know, but
Right.
but you know, now I'm realizing more and more that like I do need to, you know, go to her and to forgive her, and
Yeah.
so that I can move on from all that, you know.
Yes, absolutely. And are you living with her still?
No. I
Oh,
mean,
how old are you?
I'm 19.
Right on.
Yeah.
And so you're on your own now?
I rent a room from my cousin.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Forgive your father too. Are you close to your father?
Yeah, I'm pretty close, even though we didn't spend much time together, but yeah, you know,
Oh,
we're
good,
friends
man.
pretty much.
Any question for me?
I don't know. I don't think so right now, but I know I will for sure. I always
Okay.
have questions.
All
so,
right, let me
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
You remind me of one of those white boys that go to those rock concerts.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when the rock band is like really rocking, everybody yelling and screaming,
Yep.
he jump off the stage and people have to catch him. You seen that? With your hair like that. Oh, I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, James. Is this your first time? Okay, I'll come to you.
First, I have Marisol out of Damascus, Maryland. Marisol wants to know if she should follow her husband if he smokes pot.
Yes,
Marisol.
but just don't smoke the pot. Oh, welcome to church. What's
Hi,
your name?
Jesse.
Marisol, welcome to church.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my question was, my husband's been following you for a while, and one of our biggest issues in our marriage is that I'm having trouble submitting fully.
Right.
And I guess I'm just calling to see what your advice would be, because I guess what the issue for me is that he smokes pot and he loves to play his video games, and I know that he wants to do the right thing, and recently he started working again, and just this week I can tell that he's on his way there to really be an alpha male, and I definitely want to be the right wife for him, a Christian wife, and I want to submit to him, and I want him to lead, and I want to, have kids and, take the next step in our marriage to build a family. But he still smokes pot, and I was just curious if what your thoughts were on that.
So you don't have any children now?
No,
How long have you been married?
7 years.
Why no kids?
Well, we were living with my parents for a while, and then we were living with his parents for a while. I'm actually from San Bernardino, California, and I moved out here with him in 2015, and, financially we just weren't there, and I guess we never really actually talked about seriously having kids until we got our own house a year ago, and now that he has been following you, he knows that that's what we need to do. That's the right thing to do.
Why did you marry him?
Why did I marry him?
Yes.
Well, when I met him, I guess I thought that I loved him and I was in love with him, and obviously I want to have children with him. But yeah, I guess 7 years later we still don't have any.
Did you have sex with him before marriage?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you say yes?
I did, yes.
That's why you married him. It's the wrong guy, though. Whenever you have sex before marriage, you marry the wrong person. Really, you get married in hell, and it's not going to work out. It's amazing to me that I used to think that you could be wrong and do wrong, and somehow or another life is going to work out. And when it's not working, you try to make it work. You like kill one another trying to make it work. But it cannot work when you're wrong and you do it wrong. It really cannot work. But you don't know that in the fallen state. It just feels like it ought to work, you know, but it doesn't. So, so you have to forgive him. Don't hold anything against him because you know better than he is. And because you're judging him, you think you're better. Don't judge him, and make sure he works and take care and get pregnant. Are you working?
So, I'm sorry?
Are you working now?
Yes.
Can you guys afford to have kids?
Yes, we could.
Is
So
he
just to give you a little bit of background, like I said, he's been following us for a while, and so this week he had watched a video on, I think her name's Tommy Lauren.
Yes.
And so I'm someone who, went to college and graduated with her degree and,
Lord.
pursuing a career.
No wonder you're smoking pot.
Yeah. So this week he actually sat down with me and said, look, you're going to stop with this career thing. I'm going to take care of you. We're going to have kids. So in that moment I realized that he was serious and he didn't care about losing me because his sole, purpose was to do what is right.
Yeah.
So I saw that in him, and it really motivated me to, do the right thing as well and follow him. But again, just the smoking of pot has been an issue for a long time, and he always says that I shouldn't judge him for that.
Yes.
So I was just curious as to what you
Yeah,
thought.
don't judge him. Don't judge him for it. And don't nag him about it. As long as he's working and taking care of you and he's willing to overcome the fallen state, you'll be fine. Are you doing the silent prayer?
Not consistently, but he reminds me constantly.
Yeah, you should take your eyes off him and put them on yourself and take care of yourself, and God will work through you.
Okay.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
I have, yes.
Good. How about your father?
Him as well, although I've always been really close to my dad. I've, been a daddy's girl all my life. So that was definitely easier than having the conversation with my mom, but surprisingly, she took it very well, even though she usually gets very defensive, and she admitted to her wrongdoing. So we now have a really good relationship.
Okay, so listen, your husband's waking up, it sounds. You should do the silent prayer so you can overcome your ego, and that way God will make this thing right for you guys, especially if you want to do it right now. So stop judging your husband. You got in a bad relationship in the wrong way, so it sounds like it has a chance, but you got to stop judging him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize that I have an ego. I actually told him today that I see that is a huge issue, and I'm trying to overcome it.
Yeah.
So I'm on my way there.
Yeah,
hopefully.
do the silent prayer and stay out of your head. You'll be fine.
Okay.
And
Thank
have
you,
some
Jesse.
babies. Are you white?
No, I'm American, but my parents are from Mexico.
You Afro-American from Mexico? What did that mean?
She didn't say Afro.
What'd she say?
No.
Oh, American
I'm
from Mexico.
American.
Are you married to a white guy?
Well, he's Ukrainian, but yeah, he's white.
You white.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just do the silent prayer. Don't make anything a big deal, and you'll be fine, all right?
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, stop judging your husband. You're fortunate that he's waking up. That don't happen a lot of times.
Yeah, I realize that.
Yeah, so give him time. He'll get over all that. Just be patient.
Okay. Thanks, Jesse.
Okay, and be what you would want him to be. Have love.
Got it. Will do.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Call me again. I appreciate it, all right?
I will. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. All right. Amazing. It's amazing what these mothers are doing, huh? The best kept secret is in the woman. And they've been making up things that is in the man. And mama just let us think it. Oh, I'm the nice one. Let me take this young man and then the next call. This is your first time?
It is.
What's your name?
Shri.
Any questions for me?
No. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you
Yes.
find us?
I was watching you on YouTube for the last maybe 3 or 4 years. I don't know how long. Yeah. Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you married?
I am not. I had a child out of wedlock, and I plan on marrying her when she comes back from West Virginia.
Oh, you plan? Are you still with her?
I am. We live together. I have a 9-year-old son.
So you live with her now?
Yes.
Oh.
But I have a home. We have a home, and I've just been doing wrong, and I've been in the fallen state for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would like to know if that's going to be the right thing, and if I could get my blessing from you.
Here's what I recommend. Since you bought a home, you have a child already.
Yes.
Sleep in separate bedroom for a year.
1 year.
Yeah, no sex.
Okay.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I just started 1 week ago.
Oh.
Yes.
What took you so long?
I don't know. I just step by step.
Okay.
I
Well, do the silent prayer morning and night and become aware, so God can make you become aware. And no sex for a year.
1 year.
And she's going to go nuts.
Yes.
She's going to take your child and run away down to Compton.
No, she's coming around.
You think?
Yes.
Well, we'll see when you stop having
No,
sex.
well, I already did.
Oh, good.
I did before she left to West Virginia. But
Well, you
she's
can't
got
have sex if she's in West Virginia.
right.
Duh.
Exactamundo.
Oh, he's so brave, huh? She's in West Virginia. We're not having sex.
I told her I was going to do 6 months, and I fell down. And before she left,
You lied.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, no big deal.
Yes.
Sleep in separate bedrooms so you won't be tempted.
I don't have a separate bedroom. I'd be on the couch.
Yeah, sleep on the couch.
Okay.
But you got to avoid that so you can get to know her and she
Right.
get to know you because you guys don't really know each other yet.
No, I know, and I've told her that, and I'm trying to get her to go forgive her mother, and man,
Oh, yeah, see there?
she won't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to marry her in that condition.
No, I know, and I told her that. I said I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did she say when you said you have to do that first?
She thinks I'm pressuring her.
You are. See, yes, I am. Because this is serious.
I know, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah. I would tell her she got to do that because you don't want to marry an angry woman.
I know, and I'm being the head, and I'm telling her what she has to do.
Right. But you got to do what is right, too. Don't have sex with her because you're not married to her.
Okay.
And she's going to have a fit about that because she is losing that control.
Yeah,
But-
she likes what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, what an ego, huh? That's what Donald Trump said about the hands.
I do love Mr. Trump. I think he's like the father of the world right now,
Yeah.
and
Well, your son and your girlfriend need you.
I know.
So just do the silent prayer, sleep in a separate room, no sex.
Okay, wow.
And make sure she forgive before you marry her. Otherwise, you're going to catch hell.
I have been telling her every day, get it
Yeah.
over with, do it.
Yeah.
And
Well, don't really bug her about it.
Okay.
You let her know, and if she doesn't do it within a year, just say, hey, we're not married. I'm not going to do it.
got it.
All right?
Yeah.
But don't let her get you into an argument or any of that stuff. Just tell her the truth, but don't argue with her.
Oh, she's gonna see this.
Oh, that's right.
Oh Lord.
Any other question?
This is a tough one. I'm an expert at growing marijuana.
Where all these potheads come from?
I
Amazing.
quit drinking. I quit smoking. I forgave both of my parents.
Yes,
And I'm following every step that you've led me in the direction to take.
right.
And now have no fear. I have no doubt. I have no anger.
Yes.
And everything comes out naturally. When I first did the silent prayer, waterfalls of joy came out of my eyes.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
verses are coming into my head just out of nowhere. I've never touched a Bible. I was raised as a Hare Krishna. And I know you interviewed one before, and I really like that. And I knew who that guy was.
Oh, you did?
And the Hare Krishnas are a mess right now because they're all liberals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And they wear bed sheets.
well, that's called a dhoti, and I
They
wore
call
that.
it dhoti?
Dhoti, and I
They
wore
call a bed sheet a dhoti?
yeah. And even the underwear, you tore a piece of it, and that's what you made your underwear, and that's called a Brahmin underwear.
Gross.
Yes. I did not like that
Can
at
you
all.
hear James saying gross? That's where I get that from.
Oh man.
You can mention sex and James go gross. I'm like, what the?
Oh boy. Okay.
But listen,
Yes.
just do the silent prayer. Oh,
I-
you about to ask something or say something else, right?
Oh, about the marijuana thing.
Oh yeah, are you growing it in your backyard or something?
Well, I have a warehouse, right? I mean, I'm like exposing myself right now, but it is what it is. It's the truth.
Where
And,
you live? I want to come for lunch.
I'm in Los Angeles.
So you have a farm or something?
Yeah, I'm an indoor farmer.
Oh,
Right.
oh man, are you smoking it too?
I stopped.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So what's your question?
Am I aiding to the demoralization of people? Are there already I'm starting to use the money for good,
Yeah.
and I notice how you do that, and I'm just wondering, am I all right with doing it? And I feel like I'm going to grow out of it
Right.
and not grow anymore. Pot.
Yeah, you are aiding to it, but take the sinner's money and do good with it.
That's what I've been doing.
The sinner gonna be selling pot,
Yeah.
so you might as well sell it too.
Well, I bought land. I did what you said.
Right on. You bought land.
I bought houses in West Virginia,
Right on.
and it seems like everything's heading in the right direction. People are falling around me like dominoes,
Yeah.
and I think the warehouse thing, I'm finished with it.
You will. It'll just.
I mean,
You'll lose interest. in
I
it.
went this morning and I made a video message for my so-called business partner that won't talk to me anymore. And right when I was finished with it and sent it, a black man on his bike came up and asked me about a car part, started a conversation, and of course, he hates Trump, right? And I love Trump. And he goes, he was leaving and he goes, you have maggots in your head. And I said, you're a faggot.
What the?
Oy.
What a mess, huh?
And
There's no church like this.
yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 45,
Oh,
just
Did
like
you
Mr.
tell-
Trump.
what? Oh, no wonder. But go ahead.
He couldn't believe that I had called him that, and the anger in him led him to saying he was going to go get his gun and put a bullet in my head.
Wow.
And I, like you said, I got to my car like 90 going north.
That's right.
I felt like Chuck Norris, and I screamed out of that parking lot.
That's right.
And I ran home, and I don't think I'm ever going back there ever again.
Especially now.
Oh, especially now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it just seemed like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
And I left the partner a message saying, you can have this place. I am done.
Yeah. Right on. Good, man. Have you donated some of your pot money to bar?
I plan on it.
Well, that's right. Don't quit until you do.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, do the silent prayer, man. You'll be fine. And you're right. You'll stop selling all that stuff.
Okay.
It'll just happen naturally.
It seems to be.
And then another way will open for you.
Okay, it seems to already be like I'm riding the wave, and the barrel seems like it's just perfect right
That's
now.
right. It gets better and better. And better.
Right.
Right on.
I'm really
Any other
glad to be
question?
here. Probably a lot, but I think I'll just end it at that.
Okay. Right on. That's enough.
I thought I was just going to sit here and not say a word and just listen.
Oh.
But you pick on the first comers.
Never believe your thoughts.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, thank you for telling me what those Hare Krishna wear under their shirt, under their sheet. Amazing. I never knew that. Okay. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, okay.
It seems like maybe you should make your wife move out. I mean, not the wife, because she's not a wife. Move out so that it's easier to. That way, if it doesn't work out, then she can't force herself to stay there, because it's hard to kick people out if they've been at your place a long time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
I have a son, and he's 9 years old, and she's having to homeschool him, which is great. And just like he says, I hope the school never opens again.
Yeah. But I was thinking of your son. That's why I didn't tell you to have a go. But if you can control yourself,
Yes.
don't do the sex thing, it will either work or she will leave.
I get it.
Yeah.
So-
You live in California, right?
Yes.
I think in California there's a law that if she stays too long, she can take your house.
Well, we're renting, so
Oh, good. She can have that one.
yeah, she can have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I have a caller. Michael in Arizona wants marital advice.
Hey, Michael, welcome to church.
Michael.
Michael, welcome to church.
Hey, Jesse. Actually, did you say I wanted marital advice?
That's what he said. That's what Nick said.
Go ahead, Michael. Whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to ask you about. I heard you say a few times on the show this week. You get what you deserve.
Yes.
I remember you said that in reference to a guy falling out of the plane, shouldn't have been up there. I heard you say it in reference, of course, many times. And what's going on with in these cities, we vote these people in, we get what we deserve.
Yes.
And I believe that. But I don't think women like to hear that. You get what you deserve. Because I told that to my wife in regards to, she was having a situation with one of her friends, and the friend's telling my wife what she's going through, and I say, well, she get what she deserves.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that. So to my wife, it sounds like I'm being judgmental, but I'm telling her I don't feel any way about it. I'm just listening to the scenario, and I feel like if she, the reason why she's in the scenario is because she's getting what she deserves.
Absolutely.
But like I said, my wife doesn't like that, and it's obvious. And so when my wife's saying I'm judging her friend, what's actually happened, she's judging me. But because I'm doing the silent prayer, and I don't go back and forth with her. I understand what she's going through, so it's my job to be an example. But so I'm pretty firm on this belief that you get what you deserve. But I want to ask you, just to get another perspective. Is it our place to say what others deserve?
If it's your wife, yes. It's your job to bring your wife out of the hell that she's in.
Right, but in regards to looking at a third party, and like for instance, when you see people, doing something, and you look at the situation, like the guy with the knee on his neck or whatever, I would say the same thing. Like he's getting what he deserved.
Right.
Something led to that scenario.
That's
he's
right.
in the situation.
Absolutely.
So,
Just don't hate him, but you're absolutely right.
Right. So when my wife asked me a question, because she's been getting into the Bible, and this is where you can people start getting really intellectual with these things. If they don't have the right spirit, they get really egotistical with knowledge. So my wife goes, she brings up Joseph being in the pit, and then she asked me, So do you think Christ deserved to be crucified? So I want to ask you about that.
No. But your wife is not perfect as Christ was perfect. We get what we deserve in our imperfect situation, but once you overcome that, you now become right and you do right and you'll get what you deserve.
Okay, gotcha. So Christ didn't deserve because he was perfect.
Yes.
And in an imperfect world, they destroy what God creates. I could see that.
Good question, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, Jesse. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Bye. Let me take this hand first and there, and then Adriana. In the army shirt, yeah.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, buddy.
Um,
Oh, by the way, Happy Men's History Month.
Happy
Amazing.
Men's History Month.
It's okay to be a man. This your first time? Oh, okay. Yes.
I've been thinking about something about the church, and I wanted to bring it up with you.
Okay. About this church or church period?
Our church.
This church. Okay.
Yeah. You know how you have the bond house? And I get the idea of it, but I have this pesky thing that keeps coming back to me that you
In your
have
head?
No, just the knowing that it's sort of
Listen,
you have become like
Annoying
a
is not
parent
pesky.
figure.
Go ahead.
Well, it won't leave me.
I'm sorry?
It won't leave. I keep thinking about
So
it.
it's not from
Others
God.
keep bringing
Well,
it
go
up.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
But it just seems that you have become like a parent for the guys.
Why you say that?
Because it's easier, right, financially for them there. And I see it as like similar to you living at your mom's or dad's basement or something.
Why do you see it that way for them?
Because they're not on their own.
And what does that mean to you?
Like, you move out, it's a huge growing experience.
And so they're renting, they're paying bills, they have jobs.
Like for me,
I don't mama
for
them.
a few others, we keep coming like in and out of church, sort of.
Yeah.
There'll be months where we're busy with our personal lives, and we usually there are a few individuals who will come back and you see them grown. Their business has grown, as a character they have grown. They have went through some turbulation.
Right.
I feel like some of us at church don't go through that because of that.
Don't go through what?
The growing experience of when you move out and you're completely on your own.
Oh, I see. So are there guys in the house that you talk to, they're not growing?
Just what I see.
Which one? I want to know. Which one at the house is not growing? They're all looking at you too.
I don't want to call it. I don't want to call out people in front of everybody. I don't think that's fair.
Why not? You just judge them.
Because maybe they don't
You got a
want
little
to.
pesky thing
Maybe
going
they don't
on.
want to put their personal things
Which
on
one
the.
is not growing in your opinion?
You gonna do that?
And why have
Well,
you gone
Luisa
to
says
them?
I don't have to
Have
answer
you
if I
gone
don't
to
want
the-
to.
Have you gone to them about not growing?
No, I thought
Why
I'll come
not?
to you first.
Why not go to them? They don't have a problem according to you.
Well, you're the one enabling it.
Oh, interesting. How am I enabling it?
Just like a parent that won't kick out a 19-year-old.
And who should I kick out?
Every single one. No, I'm just kidding. The ones that have been there for a long time.
And why? The manager of the house? Should I kick him out?
Manager is different, maybe. I don't know.
Should I kick out the?
But
so not
isn't it
manager?
rooms? Isn't it rooms for them?
I'm sorry?
It's not individual units, right? It's like rooms in a house.
Right.
Okay, that's not having your own place.
So who should I kick out?
People who want to grow.
Like who?
If any of them want to grow.
Like who?
I don't know.
What the?
Let's say you have 10 kids. You have
So,
10
let me-
kids. They're
let me
living
do
in
this.
in
Let me
10
do this.
different rooms. Who do you kick out? All
Let
of them are over 18.
Let me do this. Because you assuming stuff, and you're
Well-
supposed to be friends with the guys, I would recommend you go to them and talk to them about it. You
Huh?
may see something they don't see.
Well, no,
And
I
so-
will do
because
that.
you don't
and
know
it's,
the details if you
I
haven't
know. I
talked.
was talking about you, not them.
But what do you want me to do?
I'm saying like
You want me to put them out?
I don't want anything really. I don't care. It doesn't do anything to me.
All that, but I don't know what you want. What do you want me to do?
So my question is, let's say a parent who's not.
I'm not
kick-
their parent.
This is difficult. I'll talk to you in private.
What?
I'll talk to you in private, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Is it if it's about me, you can talk now.
Well, it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't have a parent-like relationship with them, but
Not maybe, I don't. They are not my children. They
do
pay
you
their
think
bills,
it's
they,
do you think it's possible that subconsciously, without realizing, some of them might see it that way and not even know
like
it?
which one?
Like James, Joel, for example. I'm sorry to call you guys out. Just for example.
Do they act that way?
Yeah,
Which one act that way? Like they're a child?
not a child, but like a grown man living in a parent's home.
Well, you won't be their friends anymore.
I'm not their
Well, it
friend.
sounds like you, oh, you're not their friend,
We're spiritual family.
but not friends?
Well,
So
okay,
if you,
friends
if you're
too.
their spiritual family, why
But
have you
in
gone
a
to
Christian
them?
way, as a friend, yeah, I'm their friend.
Why have you gone to them and talked to them about it then?
I've been absent from church. This is the first time I came back.
It's the only time you see
I have
them at
called a
church?
couple of them, and they don't really respond back.
They
So
don't like you.
okay, of course they
No,
don't.
I'm kidding. I'm playing. But anyway, we'll talk.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was something interesting.
No, it would
I don't mean to like put you on the spot.
Thank you for wasting my time. Give it to the young lady right here. And then Adriana.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey.
I talked to you this week.
What a mess.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it in here. But I
I
was,
bet you don't.
I was, I was.
How you doing? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm doing normal. I'm trying like to.
I can think of many words. Norman is not the one. But go ahead.
Yeah, about what you were saying of the husband kind of like getting not getting, I don't know if it's revenge or because I feel like there's a I don't know if you guys here think this, maybe don't hear Jesse's word right because maybe you hear what you want to hear, but I feel like there's a message that guys tend to hear from you in this way that I don't think you're saying at all.
Right.
I don't think it's on you. It's on what people wants to hear.
Right. Yeah.
About the woman being evil,
Yes.
and they take advantage of that, right?
They do what now? Oh, advantage of that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Ooh, somebody agreeing too. She was like,
and yeah, yeah, I understand that we're the weaker vessel. We're the weaker vessel.
Yeah.
That means we tend to have more evil
ooh.
inside of us. No, I
If
do
I was
believe
you,
that.
I wouldn't take any more plane flights.
Like,
I wouldn't jump out of any more airplanes right now.
I do believe that. I do believe that. And I made mistakes. We made mistakes. The difference is that there is women that wants to change, and there are women that make a mistake, and it's not like just because they're following by their emotions. That doesn't mean that a husband should punish their wives. And I don't think that. what should a woman
Just to get it out. Go ahead.
that,
It's okay to boo-hoo.
I'm sorry, I'm pregnant, guys.
No, don't worry about it. That's fine. Nobody here is going to judge you.
What should I do if I'm a woman that wants to do the things right and I repent from my overreactions,
Yes.
you know, and I do repent, and I know about my heart. Maybe the other person doesn't believe it. The husband wants to revenge on them, and what should I do? Because I know that many of you guys might think that you should put your woman in check by
Put it in check?
put her in check by making her feel like crap.
No.
And maybe men think that. Some of them, I'm not saying all of you guys, but some of them think that because they get wicked in their heads with thinking that they're evil, and they're evil, and they get mad at them because they're evil. And it's all about them being evil. So what should a woman that wants to do the right thing? We say that the man is not doing the right thing. What should a woman that wants to do the right thing do when they're put in the situation that they have to be?
Really good question. And you're right. I know some of the men here, oh, the woman is wicked, the woman is
And
evil.
they hate on them.
And so they deal with her in the wrong way. Not because they see the correct way to do it, but they're overreacting themselves and doing it the wrong way. I know what you mean. Grace, how would you respond to her question if she had asked you that?
I mean, I would say I agree with what she's saying,
Right.
and that, like, I think, oh God, I wasn't prepared to talk about this, but
You sure were bowing her head.
I mean, because I agree. I absolutely agree. I think that, like,
You're totally
you know,
right, though. I'm having fun with it, but you're right.
yes, it's like guys should, or men should actually be able to lead, you know, their women.
Yeah.
And not get upset themselves
Right.
and deal with them with love.
Yes.
And patience and understanding.
Yeah.
And not judge them. So that's a real man.
That's right.
And for
You know Tommy Lara?
no. Oh, that girl? I kind of agree with her in a little bit. But anyway.
I rest my case. No, go ahead.
But in her situation, you know, she's married and she's with child, and I
Yeah.
think that she has to, you know, just let it go and like not overreact herself.
Yes.
And put God first, obviously, and seek peace, because, you know, obviously everything is affecting the child, and so you want to make like that's the first priority, or God is, and then like obviously the second thing right now is making sure her baby's okay, that health-wise and all of that.
That's right.
And that she's, you know, in a good place. So, and then everything else that needs to happen is going to happen. If that man can't see it, then, you know, there's nothing she can do to control that, and she shouldn't focus on him.
That's right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. Well, there's way more things in the mix, so to be trying, not control, but trying to see how to fix, and within myself and whatever I'm been through. I have another question. What do you? Let's say that people get married on the fallen state and they had sex before marriage.
Right.
Right? Because you were talking about that. And they got married and they want to do the things right this time, right? You said that they chose the wrong person, right? They can chose the wrong person, but can they do the things right? Like, can they, and how they do the things right? And if not, is divorce a possibility? Like, is divorce something that should be taken lightly? What is the only thing that you should divorce your wife for?
99.99% of the time, when we do it the right way, when we are right and do it the right, divorce will not happen. It will never happen. It's impossible. Because when both parties are trying to do it the right way, you are right and you're doing it right, when situations come, you're going to see how to overcome the situations. You're going to see how. I won't, because your husband's not here, and I won't.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
But what I wanted to tell you is that Grace is absolutely right. because you're in a situation that you should have never gotten into, period. But because you wanted it so badly, you end up with it, and you're getting what you deserve. You 100% getting what you deserve because you wanted it too badly, you knowing that you should not have done it, and you did it anyway. So what I would do, as Grace mentioned, don't overreact. Just say, you know what, I'm getting what I deserve. I don't know who's right or wrong in this situation, so I'm not making that determination. But you are, and he's getting what he deserves. But you are getting what you deserve. And as soon as you can accept that and relax in it, it'll start to work itself out one way or another, but it'll be good for you. It'll work out for you. But when you overreact, you're going to go nuts in your head. Satan's going to feed you ideas, and you're going to end up making one bad decision after another, and you'll end up screwing everything up. But God is with you. He knows that you want what's right, and you want to do the right thing and be right. You got to stay calm so you can see what to do. And right now you're totally overreacting. And that's why everything seems so bad to you. But you want it too badly. It's not that important. Nothing is that.
I wanted to badly, like
You
my
want
marriage.
it- yeah. Absolutely. And when you get into a situation the wrong way, these things will happen, and you won't see how to deal with them. But if you stay calm, don't overreact. That way you don't give room to Satan, and God will guide you. Just say, you know what, I shouldn't have been in this situation. I wanted this too badly. I'm getting what I deserve, because you knew all the details before you did it. It's not like you went into it blindly. And so you're getting what you deserve. And just accept that. It's going to hurt, but relax in the pain and do the silent prayer. Doubt every thought, and it will, I'm telling you, it will work out, and it'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Don't argue with them. Don't try to convince them of anything. Don't keep apologizing. Just say, hey.
I'm over apologizing.
Just say, hey, I'm getting what I deserve, because you are getting what you deserve.
Yeah. But then, what do you think it's, even if you got into a marriage that is not right, what do you think should be the only reason or the reasons to get divorced?
I mean, when you get into them in the wrong way, you're not really married under the umbrella of God. So Satan is your daddy. So you get out whatever reason. I'm tired. Bye. Oh, I don't feel like it today. I'm out of here. I saw a new man down the road. It's not glued with love. It's not under the foundation of love, and you're going to have that glue there, the light to show you the right way.
So you're saying that just if the man that I marry or the man that they marry becomes more godly in the marriage, search for God more in the marriage, that's how it can work?
No, you should seek the kingdom of God in his right way, and he will add the man unto you.
While you're married?
Oh, while you're married?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if while you're married? What?
You're in trouble if you're already married. But in your situation, you have to accept you deserve what you got, what you're getting. And don't have any idea of the outcome. Don't look ahead to think you know how it's going to end. You don't know how it's going to end. But Satan will have you thinking that, and you'll make the end happen in the way that Satan wants you to do it. But if you don't, just take it day by day, moment by moment, stay out of your head, accept the pain. Especially being pregnant, you cannot be overreacting.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then-
trying. I'm really trying.
Yeah, just let everything pass, relax in the pain, and let the outcome happen. Whatever will happen, don't hate him and don't hate yourself. Know that you're getting what you deserve, and it'll work out. They may have a change of heart, you just don't know. But have a wait and see attitude. This is what you're going through now is making you a better person if you deal with it right.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you're just going to, God forbid, if you're you're going to go and get back into the same situation with someone else. Or you find yourself going with this person willing to do anything. Okay, I'll accept anything, whatever you want to do. And you're not going to be happy that way. So accept that you're getting what you deserve. Don't blame them. Don't hate yourself, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Does that make
It's
sense, Grace?
difficult though, but yeah.
What's difficult about it?
the repercussions of
Oh, yeah.
everything. Like,
Did you have sex before marriage?
yeah,
Well, no wonder.
yeah,
See, it wasn't done with love anyway. It was done
Yeah.
with lust and darkness.
yeah. It was.
So, but don't hate. Accept this and let it happen and see what happens. You be right, do the right thing. Don't try to punish them.
No, I'm nothing.
and
I'm not.
Just say, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done this. I'm getting what I deserve. And it'll all, I'm telling you, it'll all work out. One way or another. And you don't have any idea how it's going to work out, but it'll work out.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
And don't try to make up with sex.
No. No. I don't
You
even.
look like you're lying.
I don't even. No, I don't even.
No.
Cause I don't even think about it. I don't. No, I'm thinking that I don't. I
So
haven't
you're not
even thought
thinking,
about
If
it.
I give him a little sex tonight, he'll
No,
be better
I'm
in the
not.
morning.
I'm saying I'm thinking I haven't. Wow, I haven't even thought about nothing lustfully like that. Like
Oh, okay. Well,
I've been
don't.
thinking like, wow, I haven't been nothing. Like
Okay,
just
just
wanting
calm
to be-
down though. Listen, when you get in wrong situations in the wrong way, and it start to catch up with you, relax. Don't overreact because you'll create other unnecessary problems. Satan is making you bring them upon yourself. That's not God talking to you. It's not you talking to yourself. Accept that you did wrong.
Yeah.
You got it and you wanted it too badly. You should not have done it. And you'll be fine, really. It doesn't seem like it, but it will. Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Stay with that.
Yeah.
Were you doing the silent prayer before all this happened?
No,
Oh,
cause
well.
I was with my morning sickness and everything, and I just was like.
That's not a reason to pray.
I know it's not, but I was.
See,
That's
like,
what I
don't
was
pray
saying.
this morning. You got morning sickness.
That's what I was saying. Like, I even got baptized like 3 weeks ago. Like,
That ain't gonna help.
no, I'm not saying that I will help. That I even got baptized. I was like, after the baptism, that's when I was like having horrible, like, just, like, I think it was like depression. They say like baby blues when you're like pregnant or whatever.
Don't believe it's baby boo.
Baby blues. Baby blues.
Listen, ladies, if you don't overreact to being pregnant, if you have
Yeah.
a sense of joy about it, and whatever pain comes, relax in it, you'll have an amazing pregnancy.
Yeah.
Don't get mad about it at all.
Yeah, I was
Everything
getting.
happened in calmness.
Yeah, I was
Nothing
getting
happens
annoyed
in-
about the things that my body was going through. That thing that was adding stress to.
But don't be mad about it. Don't be stressed about it.
Yeah.
Do the silent prayer, and you stay on your head, and you will stay calm through the pregnancy, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Really. God is with you, and in Him, all things are possible. There's nothing you cannot overcome, but you got to stay calm.
Yeah, I am.
You
I
got
will.
to stay calm. Don't go with the lies in your head.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I know some of these guys, they take what they hear me say, and they try to control the women by acting like they're better, or they all of a sudden they're sons of God, and every woman is evil. But if they are sons of God, they would deal with the woman in the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
They don't have to keep calling her names or calling her that.
Yeah.
They'll just be able to see how to correct it.
Crazy,
And she will see
like
herself. Right. That's a blind man. Don't ever marry a man like that.
Yeah, I should have known that. Yeah.
Yeah, but so accept what you're getting, all right?
Yeah.
Don't, just relax in it.
Yeah. I hope he's not listening to this. He's gonna be really mad.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd you say, Satan?
Nothing.
That was Satan told you that. I hope you're not listening because he's going to get you.
Yes.
But you don't know that. Have a wait-and-see attitude. He may hear this and make sense to him, too. Because he's getting what he deserved, too. You're not the only one.
Yeah, I still have to talk more with you about this because there's more implications about it. So if you have a time after.
Even with that, I know what you're talking about already.
Yeah.
If it comes to that, it'll work out, too.
Yeah.
Really. That's too important to you, and it got you overreacting.
Yeah, it is.
God is with you. You don't know if that's going to happen, but your overreaction, because that is so important to you, you will make it happen. You really will. In God, there is no fear.
Yeah.
So calm down. Get rid of that. You don't need to talk to me about it.
Okay.
Don't let that be that important either.
Yeah.
Because that's making you overreact as well.
Yeah.
And if that does come to pass, it may work out just well for you. It might not be a bad thing, but in your mind, you're thinking that it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
That makes sense? So don't let that be that important. And listen, y'all, I'm not a on-call doctor. When y'all be tripping out, don't be calling me. Where's Jesse? Have Jesse to call me. I'm at home in the pool. Help, Jesse. No, I'm not your leader. I'm not your doctor. That's why I point you back to the source within you. You know what I'm saying? So that, and he will always have you to calm down, and he will guide you so you can learn about yourself. You put in these other things before him, and now it's time to overcome them, and you're being reminded of that. You love this too much. You love that too much. This was too important. And he will take care of you, and you don't know the outcome. Always have a way to see. It just looked bad in the storm. Remember when the guy was in the boat with Jesus? And they're like, oh, Jesus, you the man. We love you. I love your hair. You have black people hair. Jesus like, yeah, and God my daddy, and all is well, right? Yes, praise the Lord. I read 1 John chapter 3, whatever it says, right? And Jesus like, all right, I'm going to take a nap. I'm glad y'all have faith. Y'all believe, y'all understand. And Jesus like, all right, it's 12 o'clock, I gotta take a nap. And Jesus go to sleep, and as soon as he go to sleep, the boat starts shaking. Or storm came, a situation, and the boat starts shaking. They're like, Jesus, Jesus, wake up. And he like, what? Wake up. So, help, help. And Jesus like, what the? If you guys have faith, you could tell the water to be still, and it would. You could tell the boat to calm down, and it would. So don't have faith in me. Have it in God. It's in you. Because I ain't going to be around. He's with you all the time. Who do you think I call when situations come? You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, I rely on him. And I've learned over the years when situations come, just relax. And don't listen to anything the thoughts are telling you about. And they always work out well, always. All the time, you can't go wrong. It's impossible to go wrong. All right? So I'm not an emergency doctor. All right? That makes sense? All right. Don't call me. I ain't going to be there. I'm not that kind of preacher. Well, praise the Lord, sister. 1 John said, calm down. I want you to rely on the source that's with you. Is he texting you now? Put that phone away. Don't be distracted with that. All right? Stay out of your head. And all you ladies who are seeking, you're overcoming. So when you meet these holy men and they'll call you evil and all that, just give them the finger. And know that's the man you don't want, because he's not seeing how to deal with it correctly. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? Oh, all the ladies raising their hand now. All the ladies in the house. Let me take, all right, one call, then Adriana, then the ladies.
Okay, can you say Doran out of Atlanta, Georgia, wants to answer the biblical question?
Oh, well, hold on a minute. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, well then we have another.
Let me do this, and then we will get to it.
I have another caller.
Okay. Believe me, he's not going to let me
Mike in
forget.
North Carolina took your advice, and life is amazing.
Who's that?
Mike.
Hey, Mike, welcome to church.
Hey, Jesse, this is Mike. Love you, man.
Thank you,
I
buddy.
forgave my father and my mom, and my whole life's changed. After 9 years of smoking weed every day, I just gave it up.
Right on.
And
Nice.
all my doubt, worry, and everything's gone.
Nice, man. And it get better.
Yeah.
But remember, you guys and ladies, when you wake up, you are awake. Stay with the silent prayer. Stay out of your head. But situations are going to come. It's going to happen. That's not the time to overreact. Because everybody seems to do real fine until something happens. And then you overreact. that's the time to know that God is with you by not reacting. All right? Don't think you're not going to have situations when you wake up. The beauty is the light is now shining on it, and you can see it, and it's happening out here. It's not happening inside of you anymore. So don't believe it. Just relax. All right? When situations come. Because everybody seems to be happy when they first wake up. Oh, I don't smoke pot. I don't do this and I don't do that. Now, but that doesn't mean that situations won't come. And they are happening so that you can see that God is with you. And you gain wisdom from it. You mature. You grow. It's amazing. So don't overreact to situations. Treat the situation just like you when you're feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You feel all happy. Everything is well. God is with you. And then when something happens, have that same attitude that you had when you felt good. Because both are imposters. Let it be based on what's right and not how you feel or what's happening. All right?
You done with Mike?
Hey, Mike, is that it? I forgot
Yeah,
about
that was it. I just wanted to call you and let you know that I finally did it and how great my life's been.
Right on, Mike. Stay with it, man.
All right. See you soon, man. Take
Okay,
care.
thank you. The silent, I haven't stopped doing the silent prayer for 31 years. And my life is amazing. And it's just absolutely amazing. And that made me not want to stop. And just, you know, life is amazing. And when I hear you guys' story, it reminds me, never stop. Because a lot of you stop and you go right back into your imagination. And now you're overreacting, and now you're trying to find a prayer. Lord, where is it? Looking on YouTube. Adriana, how you doing?
All is well.
So how did your situation, did y'all hear her phone call? No. Oh. Okay. So most of the people know what your stuff is about, unlike her stuff. So you have a problem with your son, you're trying to, with the daddy and all that. How did that work out?
So when I called you the night before, I was, just for those that don't know, because I'm open about it.
Yeah, I know.
I had asked his dad, my son is living with his father, and he needs to register his son to the local school.
Right.
Because we live in different counties. And when I called to ask him, because school's starting in 2 weeks, I called to ask him if he's done the registration, and he said no. And that,
Right.
if anything, you know, it's probably better he go to school by your house and all of that. And so that night, I didn't know what to really respond, how to respond to that, so I didn't really respond much. And I, said okay, and then I registered him that night. And then in the morning, I thought, I need to call Jesse. I know.
I ain't Jesus. I'm just Jesse. You see how I'm spoiling the men at the house, right?
There you go.
I'm mama to them. So I ain't Jesse. It's inside of you. And never say to your man, Jesse said.
Yeah, and that was a big
I
mistake.
wouldn't even want my wife telling me or my girlfriend telling me, Jesse said this. What the?
Yeah.
You're supposed to listen to your own man, not me. And then the man mad at me and blame me for brainwashing and controlling, right? I'm not controlling. I was telling one of the guys this morning, I'm glad that I'm not in control of my own life, and I don't want to control anybody's life. People are a mess. I don't even understand those preachers and entertainers who love so much attention. That's too much. It's nice to have my little quiet time and fellowship and the radio stuff. After that, I'm fine being alone. Really. And that's why I'm surprised that he think I'm mama these guys. But anyway. Go ahead.
So something pretty amazing happened
Beta.
after I.
Not you. Not you, him. Go ahead.
Right. So after I hung up, a few minutes later, well, I did send him a text. I said, hey, I took care of the registration. All is good. That's
Yeah,
literally it.
that's right.
2 sentences. And he called me like maybe 5 minutes later, and he's like, no, I didn't mean for him to come stay with you. He's going to stay with me. He's like,
see there?
So he like worked things out. He said, okay, I'm going to come over Saturday, and we're going to talk things out, and you're just going to have to help me figure out how to do the registration.
Right
and
on.
stuff like that. And so
And you up there tripping.
I know.
Jesse said.
And so that, and then.
See, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies, stop tripping. Satan like that when you overreact. He really does. Just don't trip.
Yeah.
Have a wait and see attitude about everything.
Yes. And the other, like, divine moment that I had, because I didn't expect him to call back, and
Yeah.
you know, it sounds like maybe something may have settled with him, you know, and in the morning he woke
Do you
up.
hear that? Get off that phone, girl. She's all on the phone like this. You're not even listening to another witness. What did she say? What did she say? See that? That's right. Suffer.
Yeah.
So something settled.
Something settled, because
God is working on your behalf. You just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He was pretty set with, like, okay, he's gonna go to school with you, and you know, probably figure out him staying with you. And I told him about the, you know, the truth. I gave him the truth. You know,
Right.
hey, a father can only create a son or a man out of a son, and not a mother, and he really needs to live with you.
Right on.
And so you know, we hung up, and then, like I said, in the morning, he must have had a change of heart or something happened, and maybe the text that I sent saying, hey, I took care of everything, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but he called me back like, no, he's staying with me. And so
Good. And what was the lesson in there for you?
well, a couple of things. Lesson is, you know, don't overreact.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
Second is, you know, don't judge, because
Thank you.
I did not judge him in the moment when I talked to him, because I really was trying to be clean of my head, like not have any thought in that moment.
Yeah.
The only thing I did was just reiterate the value and the agreement that we had. And the other piece to what happened that I thought was quite divine was that it was a Friday. So around 3 o'clock, I get a call from my son, and you know, he was tripping out about the situation, because when he found out that he was going to live with me and then not live with me again, I don't know, for whatever reason, it was triggering him. And instead of me like overreacting and mommying him, and
Yes.
I mean, he broke down and cried like a baby, you
Yeah.
know, and it was amazing to just not react to that.
That's right.
And give him the truth. And the truth was, you know, you have anger in your heart, and the only way to overcome that is through forgiveness. And I was able to tell him, because he was like, well, Dad's not doing things right, you know, because we talked about what's right. And I said, your father is the Son of God. He's in a fallen state, and he's listening to Satan, but he's still a son of God, and you have to love him. And the only way to go to heaven, or the only way to have peace in your heart and have a relationship with God, is through loving your father.
Good.
So it was amazing. And the crazy part is when I started talking like that, he didn't cry. He didn't have, and he let me talk it through.
That's right.
So it was pretty amazing. that moment.
Remember that. So next time another situation come, you stay calm so you can see how to deal with it.
Yeah.
All right, and you'll be fine, and he will too.
And I've been doing the silent prayer.
What?
I have been doing the silent prayer. I'm back on the train again.
Everybody go back to it after the trouble, right?
Right.
Amazing. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to talk about the issue of letting men lead you, and
Yes.
letting the man be the head of you, versus.
Well, you don't let it be. It is that way.
Okay, okay.
Women think they letting you be the man. It's that way.
All right, but and you could tell me if you think I'm wrong.
You're
but
wrong.
I think there's a, hold on, I didn't say it yet.
No, go ahead.
I think there's a difference between letting someone lead you and giving someone power over you.
What
And
does that mean?
In my experience, it's just the nature of humanity, no matter what. Whether you're a godly man or a
Have you ever had a man over
evil
you?
man, that no, but
Well, then
let
you
me
don't know what I'm
but let
talking
me say, well, but I mean, I experimented
are
with
you
my
Tom Allaire?
husband where I felt like he's
Ooh.
taken too much. He's started, and he's a strong man. He's not.
Who?
He's overcome my husband.
Oh, you have a husband?
Yes, and he's
You have a
overcome his
husband?
anger. Yes.
And you talking like this?
Well, let me get it out first.
So your husband not the head of you?
No, he is the head of me.
Are you obeying?
Well, let me get my point out before I forget it.
All right, go ahead.
And then you can ask me all
All
of
right,
that.
okay.
Based on what it is you think I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I think it's the nature of humanity. You give someone power over you, too much power over you, they take advantage of it. Even a godly man can fall into that trap. If he feels too much power over you, can take advantage of it. And my
Have
other
your
point.
husband ever taken advantage of you?
Yeah, in small ways. You know, he's not an angry man, and he's a strong person. But just in those small ways, I thought, well, this
Like
isn't
what?
working because
Are
I
you-
made myself too weak. I made myself too weak in front of him. So what I'm trying to say is, I think women also kind of take it a little bit wrong.
Oh.
To say, you know, if you do too much with your husband, to say, well, I acknowledge that I'm too emotional, and I acknowledge that I overreact, and I acknowledge that I'm really weak. That it's a little bit too much. You don't want to make yourself so weak that your husband then has to drag you along. Because looking back over my relationship with my husband, who I believe is very strong and led me to be a better person, is that he was leading me to be emotionally self-sufficient. And that in my being emotionally self-sufficient, then I can let him lead me, but he doesn't have to drag me. I'm not dependent on him. I'm not dependent on him for making me okay. And I think that that's really
Who are you
key.
dependent on?
I used to be, you know, think that I could depend on the man in my life to
Your husband?
help me emotionally, to
Your
make
husband,
sure.
right?
Yeah, that
And
my
he was
husband.
not able to do that.
He refused to do it. He absolutely refused to do
Well, I
it.
thought
And
you
looking
said he
back,
was
that
your
was a
head.
blessing to me, because he made me not be emotionally weak. He made me take responsibility for my own emotion, which then it allows you to start overcoming it and not overreacting.
And what's your question for me?
I just wanted to comment on
okay.
on what this other young woman was saying.
Grace want to respond to that.
Okay.
Well, I've seen situations where, like, you know, the man is possessive and controlling, and, you know, the woman is left without, like, let's say if she doesn't have a job and, you know, she's relying on him, like, that would make her vulnerable to stay in a toxic relationship, right? So, I mean, and also, like, you teach that obviously that women were weak and all of that with a weaker vessel.
You say I teach that?
Or you say
Is that
it.
true?
Yes, it is
Oh,
true.
Okay. I was hoping I wasn't lying up here.
So,
Go ahead.
but I mean, there's like, that doesn't mean that we are always wrong, you know? Like,
Right.
So, I don't know. I kind of
So
agree,
here,
but-
ladies, if you hear me, I tell women to do the same thing that men should do. Go and forgive. Forgive your mothers, because you're just like your mother. She recreated the boys in her image as well as the girls. And if you're not yourself, you'll create the same situation over and over with your family, and will go on and on. But if a woman go and forgive by knowing that she's wrong for hating and love her father, she's going to be a different woman than the one that have sex and get married and say to daddy, right? You're gonna change, and you're gonna have perfect love. And in that perfect love, you're going to love the order of God in Christ. Christ is man, man over woman, and woman over the children. And the man that he put in your life is going to be that kind of a man. And it won't be all that stuff you're thinking when you have to follow and obey your husband, because he's going to truly be a son of God, and he's going to guide you in the right way. And even when there are disagreements, they're not so traumatizing, because there's not an evil fight. It's just a disagreement that would naturally be worked out. And a woman who has been born again of God would love to follow the man that God gave her as he's following Christ. It wouldn't be all this intellectual stuff that you're thinking. You won't be weak or strong. You'll just be you. And you would love the man you're with because you can see that he loved God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's important for women not to interpret this as they need to be weak, or that they need to go around saying, oh, I'm weak and I'm a mess and I'm a...
Oh, are you saying that they're saying that a lot? They'll just repeat that?
I just think you can go too far in that direction.
But
I think
a woman
ultimately
that's been born
like
ag-
I agree with you that men...
But a woman that's been born again of God, she doesn't need to keep saying that over and over. because the man he's giving her understand that too. It's not something you need to keep saying.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just a lot of people are in a situation of trying to find the right way, and it doesn't happen to everybody that just like heaven descends on them and then they know exactly how to be. A lot of people are seeking it, and a lot of women are trying to be right, you know, and
But you
and
can't
they
try
want
to
to
be right.
acknowledge.
You must be born again.
Well, yeah, I guess
by
and maybe
knowing
that's
that
what
you're
I'm
not
saying.
right.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe that's what I'm saying is that could be a result of us taking it trying too hard.
Oh, I see. So what you're saying is some of the ladies are doing what some of the guys are doing. They're taking it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, taking it in the wrong way.
I understand.
And I could totally agree with you that men are, you know, do have a strength that women don't have, and they are less, you know, and they're able to guide us to show us how to be stronger like they are, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like my husband made me a stronger person to be more like him, and not that he's this strong person and I'm this weak
But
person.
when
He has
did he
to
do
drag
this?
me
Because
along.
I thought you just said he messed you up or something.
No,
And
I
now
was
you're
just saying
he
I
messed you-
noticed along the way, just in the past year, in my process of trying to be right, of trying to acknowledge, oh yeah, trying to acknowledge my weakness and my overreactions and all that.
Right.
I took it to, I tried too hard. And
Don't
then,
try at
and
all.
then what I got
Listen,
from
folks,
him wasn't exactly what I wanted to get.
Because you were trying.
Yeah.
It's spiritual. You can't try. You understand that? It's all spiritual. You can't try. You just have to be. You seek him, you find him, and you be.
Yeah.
And it works out. You can't try to be a spiritual thing or a person. You're either that or you're not. So don't try. Don't try to be a good man or a good woman. Just seek the kingdom and all will be added. Because if you try, Satan is working with you. Of ourselves, we can do nothing, and of ourselves, we know nothing. That makes sense? Don't try, guys. You can't make yourself that way. We're not in charge of anything. And I know situations where there are men and women together from bond that should not be together. The guy is nutty as a fruit cake. And some of the guys, and some of the ladies are trying too hard, and they're nutty. I'm like, these are two nutties. But you can't tell them they're nutty because they won't believe they're nutty. So you just have to let them suffer and wish them well. This is not the first time this has happened. But keep your eyes on yourself. Stop overreacting. Stay with the silent prayer, and it'll work out. It really will. And don't look for a man. Don't look for a woman. Don't look for anything. It'll be added. He will take care of you. He really will. All right? Wow, we're running so much out of time, but I know you're waiting a long time. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I found out about you about 2 weeks ago.
Is this your first time?
This is my first time.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I thought you had been here before.
No, this is my first time.
All Mexicans look alike.
We do.
You look just
I
like
don't-
that
I'm
one
not
and that
offended.
one. No. I'm glad
so-
you're here.
I'm sorry?
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, me too. So the reason I found out about you is because my student messaged me asking me if I was still a Trump supporter.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah. So I ended up sending her a video about, black Trump supporters. And she's like, they're paid actors. And I remember on YouTube, I Googled history of the Democratic Party, and your video on Yahoo, right? Came up, and I'm like, this man has a lot of wisdom. So I ended up sending it to her, and I sent it to my mom, and I'm like, I just started binge watching all your shows.
Right
So
on.
I surrendered my life to Christ about 3.5 years ago, and I used to be a big liberal. Brainwashed at university. I taught globalism at the schools. Yes, shame on me.
But you couldn't help it, though. You didn't know.
100%.
Yeah.
So I do praise God that He's given me wisdom, and
Yes.
I am very vocal about my faith at school.
Right on.
And I feel really happy to be here. And I guess I just had a comment. The reason I'm able to see that you have God and, you're walking with the Lord is the things that you say. And I guess my comment is like, I read the Bible, so that's why I'm able to discern those things. So you know, I know you you made a comment about not reading the Bible, but for me, like that helps me understand who God is, right? So I guess what's your opinion on that?
Really good question. Reading the Bible is not helping you to understand who God is.
Okay.
It's pointing you back to Him, and He is allowing you to see who He is.
That's right.
Because words in the Bible can't do that.
That's true.
Another person can't do that. So the only reason you can see where I'm coming from, you are seeking, and He's allowing you to see where I'm coming from. So He's with you. But what the Bible would do, if you're not careful, it'll build your intellect, and it'll make you think you know. And Satan will quote the scriptures and stuff, and you would think it's from God, and it's not. So just let it go in one. You can pick it up and read it, put it away. But if you notice, Satan's going to be interpreting every word that you read. When you hear that interpretation, let it go, because God is revelation. He reveals things to you. He
Through the
doesn't-
Holy Spirit,
Yeah,
correct?
that's right. And you have that on the inside of you, and He is revealing why Satan is talking to you.
I mean, at the same time, you have the story with, you know, Jesus and and he has this temptation with the enemy, and he's himself quoting scripture. So
What do you say? Get behind me?
when he's tempted, when
That
the
should
Holy
not
Spirit
love.
lets him into the wilderness, and he's tempted for 40 days,
Oh.
right? So, you know, Satan is
And
using
that's what-
scripture, like, hey,
Yeah. That's what happened if you're not married. Let's say you meet a guy, and he's like, "Oh, I love you. You're so pretty. I love you. I'm from Mexico." And he was like, "Let's have sex." You like, "Get behind me, Satan. You shall not tempt me."
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
have you gone and forgiven your mother?
yes. So the Lord has been working in our hearts. Both we're very alike.
Right,
You
you
know,
just like your
very
mama,
alike. And I was born out of an affair. So my mom tried to bring us to my father, but my father really did not really want to do anything with us.
Did he tell you that?
I mean, those were the actions.
Who told you that? Or your mother or your father?
No. My mother did not. She did not speak ill of him. She tried her best to bring my sister and I to him to develop a relationship, but he was just never around.
Go and ask him why.
So once I graduated from college, I'm like, look, you know, I'm a teacher now. So he basically told me that he did not want to have a relationship with me unless my other sister came and forgave him. So that hurt me a lot. But again, because the Lord is working in my heart, I'm able to forgive my father, and I
Did
pray
you
for
tell
him.
him that?
No,
Well,
I'm
you
kind
haven't
of
forgiven.
fearful of reaching out to him.
Because you resent him. Go and forgive him. Whatever he's done or is doing, he can't help it.
So you would suggest for me to physically meet with him or speak to him on the
Yeah.
phone?
FaceTime with him or go see him
Interesting.
and
Okay.
say, "Hey, I'm sorry for holding you. Anything against you, I'm wrong."
For sure.
And then God will forgive you. Have you gone to your mother and forgiven her?
I don't think I've said it to her.
You haven't. No, I don't
I don't
think.
think
You
I've
know you haven't. I don't think I have.
We've argued a lot, but
Right.
yeah.
You need to go and forgive her and get away from her.
Yeah, she lives in
Block
Chicago,
her.
and
Keep it
no,
that way.
yeah, I ended up moving out when I was 18,
Yeah.
so I've been living here for
But you
3
gotta
years
forgive
now.
her.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, so you can become God would take her identity away from you, and when you do get married, you'll start a new generation.
Yes.
Because then you will be yourself.
That is definitely a desire, for
So
sure.
you need to forgive, because unless you forgive your father and your mother, especially your father, you would never know God.
Okay.
You would know about him
Yes.
from reading the book, but you wouldn't have that relationship with him.
Okay.
So you got to forgive your father and your mother.
Sounds good. Thank
Will
you so
you
much.
do that?
Oh, definitely.
And don't plan in your head what you're going to say.
Okay.
Have a wait and see.
Awesome.
All right?
Yes.
Any other questions?
No, I think that's it. So again, I'm really excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead, James.
Okay.
While we going to this young lady?
Derek in Alabama asks why he's still suffering. Can you say Derek in Alabama?
Derek, out of Alabama, welcome to church.
Hey, how you doing?
All is well, sir. How are you?
All is well.
Good.
Well, my problem is 4 years ago I was working with a company. For some reason, the manager ended up not liking me. It was a contract position.
Yes.
And I don't know. It was just, I felt like it was an evil spirit in that environment.
Right.
And I lost my job. So it's been 4 years later, and still I have not. I'm in the IT field, and I have not been able to get back into the IT field.
Right.
So and that's where my heart is at, and I don't understand why. I ask God, what's going on? Maybe He doesn't want me to be in that field anymore. I don't know.
Let me ask, have you gone to the ex-boss and apologized for your wrongdoing?
I didn't do anything wrong.
You were perfect in all things with him?
It was a female manager.
Were you perfect in all things with her?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have not said anything. I just did my job.
So you showed up on time, you did your 8 hours, and you did everything right.
I did everything right.
Well, why don't you ask her why did she fire you?
I never got a chance.
Oh, she wouldn't talk to you?
No, she went to my company,
Okay.
recruiter, and told them. I didn't even know until they called me into the office that she letting me go.
Oh, okay.
I asked them why.
Are you black?
I'm black.
Well, that's why.
That's,
Problem solved.
but the manager
No, I'm
is
kidding.
black. My manager is black. that recruit, not the recruiter, but the person I was working under, she was black.
Oh, no wonder. No.
But
listen, buddy, because of time, are you doing my silent prayer?
I have prayer on my own. I read the Bible. I put God first by reading the Bible and pray.
You're not putting him first by reading the Bible. You're putting him first by seeking him within.
What about prayer?
Do the
Like every
silent
day.
prayer. You can do your hoop and holler prayer, and once you calm down, do the silent prayer video. All right, I want you to, instead of worried about that job, get any job for now, seek the kingdom of God, do the silent prayer. You still can read the Bible, but don't hold on to what you read. Go and forgive, work on you, and it'll start to work out. Don't worry about the other job yet. Just get any job for right now, all right?
Yeah, I had the problem now is that I was doing some general labor job and it required a lot of lifting. And
Right.
now I got back problems. I can't do that.
Every black man got a back problem. Well, go and work at McDonald's or something. Just get any kind of job for now and seek the kingdom of God. Do the silent prayer video. You can read the Bible some if you want. Go and have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, I have.
You went to her?
Oh, my mother. I didn't know my mother and dad had me out of wedlock.
Right.
But she let me see my dad when I was a little boy, so I love my dad since then.
Good. Have you forgiven her for the mistake she made?
I haven't told her personally, but yes, in my mind and my spirit, I have.
No, God didn't say do it in your mind. He didn't say do it in your spirit. He said go and forgive, and I will forgive you. You need to work on you right now, and while you're doing some sort of a job, and your heart desire will be met, all right? But you got to go and forgive your mother.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. And then he would take the mother identity away from you, and you could deal with life in a perfect way.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Call me again, all right?
I sure will. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Welcome to L.A. Amazing.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
How are you?
Amazing. I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you. Glad to see you too. I just wanted to touch base with what Luisa was saying. And I don't think it was mentioned.
Who is Luisa? Luisa
lady.
haven't said anything.
No, I'm sorry. The
That's
Linda.
Linda, why are you on the phone? But wait and see, you got too many problems. You're trying to be on the phone with your Satan distracting you. He's not going to die before church is over. Did he create a heaven and earth somewhere? Where he can wait? All right, go ahead.
Well, because I've been married for 7 years, I've gone through all the different stages of hell and heaven, and going back to hell and then coming back to heaven with my husband. And it's been truly, when I think about it, which I shouldn't think, but when I realize what God wants is truly for the woman, because we are his daughters also. So whether we have the men or not, we can still have a connection with the Father. So even if our husbands are going through whatever they're going through and they're not present or they're having anger or whatever they are, it is our duty to not react to that. And I've had many moments where I've not responded or reacted, and I've just observed. And in that observance and in that quietness, he immediately comes back to himself and he realizes, and he comes back, and then he comes around and he apologizes, or he says, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. So in the Bible, it says godly women will bring their husbands back to God. So even if you're married, and you are married now and you have a child, in that right now, it's what many women would love to have, a husband and a child. And now that you have that, you more than ever need to be in that quiet space and be still and observe. And in those moments of rage or fury, that's when you need to be really still and just watch him and not have any sort of emotional reaction towards him.
Amazing. And stay off that cell phone.
I do agree. Sorry, it was
Thank
my
you.
father. He's been trying to reach. You have no idea how difficult it is to reach my father because he doesn't use a smartphone. So he's like in the golden, I don't know. But what I will say, I understand, and I've done that multiple times where I don't react, and I've been really good with changing that of myself, not
Why you
reacting.
have been doing the silent prayer? And then we got to end, folks.
I stopped doing the silent prayer after my baptism because I felt like there was a lot of
feelings.
Well, it's not about feelings, but I was just having a lot of emotions, and about like my body and like throwing up and being sick to my stomach, and I think I saw myself poor me kind of thing. You know what I mean? I got stuck on that poor me mindset about like, oh, I'm dealing with this. And then I was not doing anything, not doing work. So I wasn't putting my mind on something.
Well, just stay calm. Do the silent prayer. Stay calm.
Yeah,
Don't
and I do
overreact.
agree with you when what you said about this is the first time in my marriage that I overreacted. And of course, we both overreacted. He overreacted too. At the beginning, I didn't, and then he did, and then it just spiraled down into an overreaction on
I'm
another.
sorry, I
but
got to wind
yeah.
it up. But suffer.
I'm suffering. I'm
Are you
suffering
okay?
already.
Any question about anything?
I just wanted to.
Yeah, take the mic.
I wanted to say, I wanted to ask, how do you forgive somebody that's dead?
By getting to know yourself, and you will see you've done things that you wish you had not done, overreacted to things, or treated people the wrong way or something, and you couldn't help yourself, and it will cause you to realize they couldn't help themselves. And so God knows your heart, right? And since you can't go to them, he will forgive you. Or even if they're alive, I remember Victoria tried to go to her father, but she couldn't see him. She was right at the gate, couldn't see him. But she tried, so God knew her heart, and she couldn't get to someone that didn't want to see her. And he forgave her because their heart wanted to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was telling my girl. I was telling her, you need to forgive your mom because you become just like her. She crazy, you crazy. She said, don't call my mom crazy. I said, but you.
Right. Yeah.
And she didn't like her dad. But since I woke up, I've been trying to. It's like she resents me or something like that.
Right.
And,
Absolutely.
I've been telling her, you know what? If we're going to continue to do this, you need to go forgive your mom and your dad. Your dad is dead. So I've been telling her how to do that.
Right.
But she don't want to do it. She crazy.
Well, just let her suffer.
That's what I told her.
And
Suffer.
Are you having sex with her?
No.
Good. Don't have sex with her, so you could give it time. And if you see that this is not the right woman that you want to marry or to be the mother of your children, so you just move on. and God, but you can't make her change. If she
Oh,
doesn't
no,
want
yeah.
to do it, you can't make her do it. Just
Mhm.
let her know I'm not marrying you in this condition.
Because there was a time when I started waking up,
Yes.
listening to you.
Right.
Everything that I did, she did.
Yes.
She was doing a silent prayer. She was waking up, blah, blah, blah. Then her dad died, and then she was just like, start acting like her mom.
Oh, okay.
And,
We'll be glad to see it, and glad that you're not. Are you living with her?
No, no.
Oh,
no.
good. No. I tremble. No.
Yeah, because, I thought about it, but then, because I was, we were engaged, and I thought about it because we were going to get married. Then once her dad died, she started acting crazy, and I said,
Yeah. You took the ring back?
Got
Oh,
my money
good.
back.
You took it back to the store?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Take it back to the store.
Take it back. I said, we going to wait.
Huh?
Said, we going to wait.
What?
I told her, we going to wait, and I got
That's
my money
right.
back.
Yeah, just take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Stay away from anger. Speak up, but don't resent.
Cool.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. Be glad to see it now.
Amazing.
All right. Amazing. So let me do this. No, James, I got to end it. Is he still on the line? I didn't. Okay. So the biblical, is it hot in here or just me? Is the air conditioner working? Oh, so let me just say this. So the biblical question for this week, is there one thing in life that you take seriously? And who is it, James?
Darren in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Darren, welcome to church.
Amazing.
Amazing. So you want to answer the question, is there one thing in life you take seriously?
Absolutely. And that's being a father.
And why do you take that seriously?
I mean, 'cause I love my child and I do anything for her.
And how
know?
do you take it seriously?
How do I take it seriously?
Yeah, how do you
By
do
doing-
that?
Oh, man, that is a good question. By doing everything you're supposed to do by today's standard, like providing and, like, giving her food, teaching her how to love and, like, be responsible and live right and do right.
Okay. I appreciate that, Darren. Thank you for calling. I'm running out of time, so I got to end it because
All
I
right, man,
said
you
we're
take
going to
care,
end it
and
early.
have Nick get the phone.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Is there one thing in life you take seriously? Hold on 1 minute. Quick answer.
I mean, probably forgiveness. I
You
think
take
that's
forgiveness
pretty
seriously?
serious.
Oh, okay. And why?
Because if you can't forgive others, then you can't be forgiven yourself. So
Oh, okay.
it's probably something that's pretty serious in this life.
All right. Victoria, one thing you take seriously. Do you take one thing seriously, Victoria? And then the boy in the white shirt. It won't come to me right now. What is it? Richard. That's right. Sorry, Richard. I'm black. It's slow. Okay, one
That's
thing
okay.
real fast.
Nothing.
You don't take anything seriously?
Nah, when you asked me that or asked that question last week, nothing came to mind, so I knew that was my answer. So,
No way she
nothing.
ain't got no husband.
It could be. It could be.
No. Okay. Richard,
Nothing. I feel like a kid again, so I don't hold on to anything. Nothing's a big deal.
you take nothing seriously?
No.
Not one thing.
If I take one thing seriously, it makes it feel too important.
Okay.
It's all even.
Yes, ma'am. One thing do you take seriously?
Same thing. I thought about that as I was driving here, and I couldn't really think of anything that I thought was like that important or serious in my life.
And so you never overreact to anything?
I used to a lot. I'm still working on a couple things.
Right. So why are you overreacting if you're not taking anything seriously?
Well, like I said, I used to like overreact to like little things that would tick me off. But now I find it that whenever I go into like the silent prayer, then I'm able to just let it go and it doesn't become
So you don't overreact at all to anything now?
Not really, no.
Not really, mean yes.
No, like meaning like sometimes I do catch myself going into my head or saying comment,
Right.
but I'm able to catch it and I'm able to just like either relax into it and just let it go and not let
Okay.
it be important.
Christina, real fast. Do you take anything seriously?
I like to say no as well, but get stuck in my head and my thoughts. So obviously that must be really important for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because on the surface level, I would say stopping smoking would be really important. But I mean, it's not just the smoking, right? It's
You
just
smoke pot or a cigarette?
No, pot's gross.
You been hanging
So are
around
cigarettes. So are cigarettes, but yeah, it's the cigarettes.
Okay. Is there one thing you take seriously? Samuel, the car dealer.
Doing the right thing.
And what do you mean by that?
Being right, seeking God.
And how do you take it seriously? And then I want to take Ernest and I'm done with this.
I do the silent prayer every day. You know, I try to, in every situation, I don't overreact.
Oh, okay.
So, in that way, I take it serious.
How about you? Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Wow, you look like a first timer. How you
Yes,
doing,
Jesse.
sir?
I'm doing good, Jesse.
Is there what's your first name?
Tony?
Tony, is there one thing you take seriously?
Not anymore.
Nothing at all?
Yeah, not after I started kind of listening to you, because I used to take everything serious, and it used to kind of cause me to act out, be emotional, you know, not think right with logic, things like that.
Right.
And then as I started watching you, it kind of opened up my eyes to, like, there's nothing really to worry about in life. It's going to happen. Wait and see. You know, you're going to pay for your actions, whatever they are, and you
Amazing.
just kind of let it go.
Last word, Ernest. Well, I'm glad you're here, man, all right?
Thank
I'm
you.
just rushing now, so. One thing, Ernest, that you take seriously.
I knew you were going to come to me. I think a couple things, but they're the wrong thing. So
Like what, for
I think I take my ego seriously.
You take your ego seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think like.
And why?
Those things can touch me a little bit.
Why do you?
Because I'm superficial.
Ooh. He doesn't work for me, y'all. At least you're honest. That's good. Let me just say, there's not one thing on earth, one person, place, or thing that you should ever take seriously. There's nothing on earth that's that important that you have to overreact to or take seriously. If you do, it controls you. And God is not controlling you. It's controlling you. And it's not good, and you'll find yourself doing things you regret later. So ladies, don't want no man so badly, you tripping. All right? And men don't want women so bad, you tripping. Or anything. There's nothing. And that way, if it doesn't work out, you can easily let it go. It doesn't traumatize you to let it go. There's not one person, place, or thing. Daddy, mama, brother, sister, lover, husband, wife, children, or anything. You should take that seriously. All right? I was giving some advice to one of my grandkids the other day, and they're like, oh, I don't want your advice. I'm like, okay, I wish you well. Suffer and die. Because they're going to suffer. Because they're doing it the wrong way, and I know that, but you can't stop it. All right? There's nobody or nothing you should take that seriously. Nothing. A job or anything. Do your best, have a good attitude, but it's not serious. Okay? That makes sense? Yeah. So my new biblical question is, in the Bible it says, many are called, but few are chosen. God said that 1 out of 1,000 is chosen, and 2 out of 10,000 is chosen. Have you ever heard that before? Yes. Okay, that's my new biblical question. What was the question? Many are called, but a few are chosen. What does that mean? Many are called, few are chosen. What does that mean? Let me find a Bible thumper. Do we have Bible thumpers? Okay. Are you a Bible thumper?
No, I used to be.
Oh, real fast. What does that mean?
Okay. Well, I mean, the way that I'm still kind of struggling figuring this out, but the way that I used to believe was that it was like who basically who God calls to Him, and who chooses Jesus and like His way, essentially, like who puts their faith in Him, and it's kind of rare, I guess, to happen. Like most people
Well,
don't.
I
but,
appreciate that, man. I
yeah,
just
yeah,
got to
yeah,
end. That's the only reason I'm
yeah,
rushing.
no problem,
But
no problem.
I just want to hear one person say.
Okay.
Number one, I wanted to tell you about a TV show that's called, it's a Christian show, and it's on an open network, and it's about church. Greenleaf, who said that? Yeah, Greenleaf. They are acting out Christianity just like the real church, but they're actors on a stage. And last night I happened to turn over and I saw it there and I'm watching it. And it was so phony, but it was all church. The father died, the woman took over the church, and she did her first sermon, and she had everybody praise the Lord. Praise Jesus. And then making the funny face. You know how to do that in church, right? Praise the Lord. And she got so into it about moving forward, and then she started crying. Everybody in church started crying, and I started crying. It was so emotional. I didn't cry, but it was emotional, right? And then they opened up the church to the doors of the church, and everybody came down. The grandson got saved and all that. And I'm thinking, wow, that's interesting. They are playing church on a show and acting, but it's so real, right? And it's like actors on a stage, and that's what they do in these churches every Sunday. It's all an act, because real Christianity cannot be acted out. It's not something you can act out. And so these people haven't really found it yet, so they're just actors on a stage. They were singing songs, getting emotional first. This girl was singing, the granddaughter, everybody hooping and hollering over that. It's all an act, and I should see the difference. You can't, once you're born again of God, there's no acting in that. Because unless you're born again, you don't even know what it's about, really. You know what you read in the Bible, you know how you felt about it, but you don't really know what it is. I'll get into more of that next week if the Lord is willing to create the right. And then I want to tell you this, and then I got to end. I wanted to talk about Bob Marley's granddaughter. If you haven't seen that, go on the my site, and take a look at it. Rebuildingtheman.com, right? No. Where is it on my site? Instagram and JesseLeePeterson.com. Why y'all ain't telling me? They try to make me look bad. But go and watch it, and we'll talk about it next Sunday. It's so deep. It's all about loving your father. If you don't love your earthly father, you're not going to love God. It's impossible. You can hoop and holler, you can go to church, you can bounce up and down, but unless you love your earthly father, you will never return to God. It just ain't going to happen. And then the other thing I want to tell you, then we're done, is that you know how the government is running you out of California? They make it so hard for you, high taxes, bombs all on the streets, illegal alien coming in, all kind of stuff, right? Now they're saying that if you move out of California, they're trying to pass a law that even if you move to another state, you got to pay taxes for 10 years.
That's for a certain, it's like millionaires or something.
Huh?
You have to pay taxes to California.
If they pass that law.
You don't live in California.
Right, if you move into another state. And you're saying that for millionaires only?
It's for a certain group of...
It's going to apply to everybody, believe me. Government love money.
Even if it applies to them, it's still wrong.
Yeah, it's still wrong, that's right. Isn't that something? They are forcing you to leave the state by making it difficult for you. Now if you leave, they want to pass a law where you still have to pay taxes in that state you moved to and here for 10 years. Y'all better wake up. No, not yet. Y'all better get involved. That's all I got to say. So thank you all. This was amazing church today. I really like the fellowship. I'm grateful. I don't take it for granted. Stay with the silent prayer. Stay with it. Yeah. Amazing. Stay with the silent prayer. Speak up, don't resent. And if you find yourself overreacting in any given situation, calm down. Just realize, yes, it looked bad because you're in your head, but don't overreact to it. Stay calm and let it work itself out, and you'll be at peace with it, all right? Remember to calm down. And don't be calling me, I'm not a doctor. I need my time by myself. I gotta go play too. I gotta go to the gym, and I gotta do my stuff, right? God is with you. Don't trust any man. He's with you. So just calm down and you'll see that he's with you. This Thursday is lady nights, right? Yes. Oh, so we are having a women's forum this Thursday. And we really can try to help you then, all right? And leave that cell phone in the car. Right? So it's 7. So what? It's Linda. Linda, right. Yeah. Linda. You can say Linda. Oh, it's Linda. Yes. Oh, Irma told me Lena. No, Linda. Oh, you did? Okay, Linda. I'm black and slow. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. So look, don't forget to donate. Don't forget to follow, like, tweet, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and all that good stuff. But stay with the silent prayer. Speak up, don't resent. And doubt every thought, folks. Every thought is a lie. Every thought about, I don't care if what's happening. Just calm down. It's going to be fine. And I think that's it. Listen to the radio show, The Hake Report at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. My show at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. All right? And don't forget to donate. And we're going to get to all your Super Chats and D-Lives tomorrow on the radio show. And thank you all for coming. It's amazing today. I hope it was help. All right? Amazing.